All right, ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, ready.
Today, we're going to do a V60 brewing method. First thing you need is some filter paper, a good grinder, obviously the V60 itself, something that you can pour into, a kettle of any type and description. I have a gooseneck kettle. You'll find out why I have a gooseneck kettle later. You don't need it, I'm a bit nerdy. And some scales. So Seb and Jess can do it at home too. It's a filtered roast coffee, which is really important. You don't want to be trying to drink filtered coffee using espresso roasted beans. You need to get filtered roasted beans, which are generally a little bit lighter roasted, which will give you a much better result. Starting off, we're going to weigh out our coffee. I'm going to use 20 grams today. It'll usually give us 2 equal cups for 2 people, because who wants to drink coffee alone, right? We want to drink it together. So with this, I'm a bit nerdy. You don't have to be so nerdy at home. If you don't have scales like this, just do a measurement that you can replicate every day, whether that might be, let's say, I don't know, 2 tablespoons or something, would probably be about a good estimate. Even if you did like 3 tablespoons, and at least that way every day, you know you're getting the same result and you're not wasting coffee, not brewing too much coffee or too little coffee. That's the important thing about weighing and measuring your coffee out. At home, you need a really good grinder. This one here is a Commandanti. It's German made. It's got these amazing little blades underneath it that you might want to, they're made of titanium. It's worth its weight in gold. Again, nerdy. I'm nerdy. You don't have to be so nerdy. It's $200. You can get great grinders for anywhere between 60 and maybe 120 bucks. Just make sure they've got metal blades, none of that plastic shit. We pop our beans in the top here. Important thing about brewing great coffee at home is the grind size. We want grind particle size for filtered coffee to be almost like the feeling of like either table salt or like sand, maybe you could say. So then grind it really quickly. So to maintain a good even particle size through the whole grind, you want to just keep grinding as quickly and evenly as possible till there ain't no more beans to grind. I've set my temperature to 95 degrees. When we're brewing coffee at home, filter style, we don't want to boil the water, we want it just below boiling point. So anywhere from 92 to 96 is acceptable. So there's our grinds. I'll let Seb zoom in on that. As you can see, quite coarse. It's almost like table salt, beach sand. We need some filter paper. This is the V60 filter paper. Just want to fold that over to the end like that. We open up the filter paper. We give it a little press just to get that cone in shape. And then we just want to drop it in there, nice and easy. The first thing we do with the pour over is we want to rinse our filter paper. It just takes out any kind of bleachy flavors or anything like that. So we just stir that around to warm up the flask, tip it in the sink. I pour my coffee gently in there. Again, you never want to dump anything in. You want to try and create a nice flat surface on the top there. A little bit of a tap, not too much, and just pop it down. Now we're pretty much ready to start pouring. First pour, I'm just going to go to 50 grams, and this is called our bloom. So it's an important part of the pour. If you don't have the scales, all you want to basically do is cover all your grinds to begin with. You'll see the coffee start bubbling. It's almost volcanic. It's just releasing all its gases and some of those gases that we don't want in the flavor of the coffee or the nuances. So it's just releasing, opening up, making it easier for us to be able to extract the solubles in the coffee. So the next pour, we call this our slurry. Pour, once again, we start pouring just in the middle of the bed and slowly start circling around to the edge without touching the edge preferably, and then back into the middle. So this is the point where we generally just give it a little bit of a mix, or agitation as it's known in the industry. So we're just trying to help, again, dissolve some of those solubles in the coffee, but the gooseneck really helps you to control the speed of water when you're pouring into that bed, so as to not dump all the water onto the coffee bed all at once. Now I'm going to just keep pouring all the way to the end of my brew, and that's it. At the end of your brew, I like to just give the V60 a little spin and then a little tap. So I give it a little swirl and then just tap it once or twice. And that's just going to help that water filter through the grinds a little bit quicker. So slowly that's pouring through. Delicious cup of coffee in 3 minutes. Peace out. We're done. Let's enjoy. So with filtered coffee, it's more like a tea experience. As you can see, it's a much lighter hue or color, but at the same time, it has the same amount of caffeine in it. And it's just the purest way to taste coffee. Enjoy.